Movie Holics!
What up, gang? Kyler Wilson here with the reviews by Kyler, and this movie is kind of not relevant at this point, but we saw it a few weeks ago. We didn't do a before and after for it, so I still wanted to talk about it and tell you, what I thought about it. And that movie is Gods of Egypt. Where to start? I mean, this movie is like a live-action Aladdin meets, I don't know, pick one of your favorite video games about gods. And I don't just mean like story-wise, I actually mean it looks like one giant video game. So you got this guy Beck who's in love with this girl Zaya, and then you've got Horus and Set killed Horus's dad, Osiris, and then took Horus's eyes and banished him, and then Beck has to go like get Horus to enlist his help to help Zaya. It's one big clusterfuck. I mean, the story was absolutely just all over the place. The acting, at its very best, was mediocre. At its worst, it was laughable, comical. It was bad, very, very bad in a lot of places. I mean, bad. And I'm talking like the heavy hitters too. I'm talking about like Tyrion Lannister, whatever, Nikolaj, whatever his name is, and Gerard Butler. Like, they did not do good in this film. It was cringeworthy. I mean, you got Gerard Butler who steps on screen and immediately like he gave zero fucks. Zero. Like, he had no fucks to give at all. And he just like he's Scottish. He didn't even try to hide it. Like, he was a Scottish Egyptian god. Not even a German geneticist could have thought that one up. I have to give credit to that joke to Robin Williams, by the way. But moving forward, I mean, I guarantee you that with the appropriate footage and enough time, I could do a supercut of this movie and 300 together, and you'd never know which movie you were watching if Gerard Butler was on screen. And the CG was all over the place too. I mean, every once in a while there was something that was cool that was on the screen, but for the most part, and I mean like the majority, that's the same thing as the most part, but I'm just trying to drive the point home, it looks bad. Like, the CG is not even remotely good. Everybody knows that I didn't really like the CG in Jurassic World. That was better than this. There was this one scene that I did like, though, where I think it was Ra who was pulling the sun with a chain. He was pulling the sun around a flat Earth, and I just thought that it was visually really cool, and it was interesting to see that concept in a three-dimensional perspective versus, everybody always, they once thought the world was flat, and well, it actually was in this movie. So again, that was like the one cool really cool CG thing that they did, but by and large the rest of it was really bad. Then you got this issue that a lot of people talked about of whitewashing Egyptians. They cast, prior to going into the movie, like, my thoughts were, well, nobody knows what Egyptian gods looked like. They could be white theoretically, and then I watched the movie. To add insult to injury, every subservient person, virtually, except for the main cast, all the slaves, all the servants, were people of color, while the gods, everybody save for one that I can remember, were all white. What were you thinking? I mean, you're stupid. Whoever made this movie was stupid. Anyways, all in all, this movie is a gigantic waste of time, in my opinion. If I were you, I'd skip it at the theater. Because yes, it still is at the theater, believe it or not. I'd skip it when it comes out on DVD. I'd skip it on Redbox. I'd skip it on Netflix. If it's on effects, on a Sunday afternoon, and your favorite football team isn't playing, I'd still skip it. Skip this movie. It's terrible. I've given you everything that you need to know. So yeah, anyways, my rating system. If I were going to give it a rating, I'd give it a big fat A for absolutely terrible. Skip it. That being said, have any of you seen it already? And if so, what did you think about it? And am I totally wrong? Do you like the film? Did you like the acting? Did you like the CG? Was it your kind of movie for guys who like movies? Make sure to let me know in the comments section below. As always, hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud. Go to movieholics.net. Leave us some questions there. We always answer. We always answer when we get comments or questions. So make sure to hit us up at movieholics.net. And that's it. That's all I got. Check out the next one. I'm doing it on London Has Fallen. Also, that has gone to the wayside at this point. It's been out too long, but I still want you to know what I think about it. I'll catch you in the next video, dudes and dudettes. Love you, mean it. Deuces.